You're watching YCN, your local view. Program airtime is underwritten in part by Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. Looking to purchase your dream home, finance your business, or just find a better checking relationship? Our New Hampshire team is here to help you. We make award-winning banking happen every day. Contact us to see how we can help you. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, and today we are coming to you from Bar Harbor Bank and Trust on Newport Road in New London, one of the many branches serving our area and northern New England. We sit down with Jason Edgar, who's the president of Bar Harbor Wealth Management and Bar Harbor Financial Services. Kate Napoli will give us a look at the Quilt Show, now hanging at the Library Arts Center in Newport. Ray Martin will give us a preview of the 2025 Warner Fall Foliage Festival. And we'll close with the Duck Drop team, raising funds for the Boys and Girls Club in our area. But first, these messages from the good local businesses that are helping underwrite today's show. Remember, buying local is an important way to sustain the communities and programs we all love.
NCTV programs are underwritten in part by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oil, Propane, and Motor Fuels, with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning, and backup generators. Their friendly, highly trained, and certified staff is available to assist you throughout the process. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer in New London since 1997, and much further back as the Country Press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. LaValle Building Supply, serving homeowners and contractors since 1962. Whether you're an experienced builder or simply a do-it-yourselfer, you'll find what you need at LaValle Building Supply. Barton Insurance Agency provides local access to all your business and personal insurance needs, from auto, home, life, to business liability and related needs. Experience the hometown difference of Barton Insurance Agency. Baba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor, for great land fare, seafood, sandwiches, and Baba's award-winning chowder. You won't be disappointed. They're having a lot of fun at Baba's Bar and Grill. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine region of New Hampshire. Online and in print, the Innertown Record. Main Street Bookends in Warner, an independent bookstore providing books, toys, games, cards, and gifts. With a gallery showcasing local arts and artists, Main Street Bookends in Warner. And North Cape Design Build. Thank all our underwriters for making your local programming possible on NCTV.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from Bar Harbor Bank and Trust right here on Newport Road in New London. And I'm now joined by Jason Edgar, who's the president of Bar Harbor Bank Wealth Management. Hi, Jason.
Hey, Abby.
I'm excited to talk with you, and thanks for hosting us.
Thanks for having me.
So let's just talk about Bar Harbor as a whole. I mean, you have a lot of locations, you have some new locations, but why Bar Harbor?
Well, Bar Harbor is it's a great place first of all. We've added new locations, northern New Hampshire with the merger of Woodsville Guarantee. So we're excited about that.
That's awesome.
It just speaks to our commitment to being in the communities we're in northern New England, in Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont. We want to be, the local bank that has sophistication of a larger bank, but delivered at a smaller point of contact in the communities that we serve. And I think that's a big value proposition for us, is being credentialed individuals who are experienced, servicing our clients in the communities we live in.
And so many different ways of service, which we'll get into. You have a lot of different services that you offer here. But I think the community part's so important. You guys give back a ton, and not just here in New London, in all of your locations and in the state, but also the community aspect that when you come into a branch, you know the same people. It's the same people over and over, and you get a personal connection. Yeah,
well, I think that speaks to the culture of the bank. And I think that's culture's a hard thing to put your finger on, but I think a level of trust with our management team. I think people know that we care about our employees and our communities. And so I think that makes it a unique place where there's a consistency that you can see in our employee base. People like it here, people want to be here. And our employees in turn want to help our communities, and so I think that's a big part of our mission.
Right, and the longevity too. I mean, for years you see the same person when you come in to see one of the tellers or through the drive-through, whatever it may be, or a specific person for wealth management, whatever it may be. So many of us who have lived here for decades, myself included, will remember this was Lake Sunapee Bank, and then you can tell me the exact year, but it became Bar Harbor Bank and Trust, and so I know that 9 new locations, you're constantly looking for, but why be the Bank of Northern New England? Why is that so important to Bar Harbor?
I think it speaks to our values. I think it's, we don't want to be something that we're not. And I think our employees, our roots, our values are in Northern New England communities. It's very different when you start traveling, in Metro Boston. And a lot of banks like to move to areas where they think it's, that's the place to be, and you turn around and you look and there's, 10 different banks in the backyard.
Right.
And at the end of the day, that creates a challenging, hyper-competitive market that makes it very challenging to differentiate yourself.
Yeah.
And so we're fine being who we are, staying in the markets who we are, servicing the customers that we live and work with. And that tends to be, the northern New England market, and we'll continue to, grow in those markets, as we can.
And very exciting too to think about all the possibilities, because northern New England's a big area to cover.
Yeah.
Talk about your position specifically. What is your role intend here at Bar Harbor?
So I oversee our wealth management group, which we manage about just under $3.5 billion of client assets, high net worth individuals as well as institutional clients in Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, but also as clients age and retire and move, we have clients all over the country that we service. So, my job is to basically steer the ship, run a business that is very important to the bank. Wealth management is a significant business line.
Yeah.
We're a sizable entity for a community to regional bank. So we're one of the bigger trust companies of a bank headquartered in northern New England.
Oh, interesting.
So I think we're a pretty important contributor to the bank.
And so when we come back next week, we'll talk about some of the more specific things about estate planning and planning for later in life, which are extremely important things, and you have a lot of services that can help people do that. Jason, thanks for joining me this week.
Thanks for having me.
This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner. For books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. A regular show that happens at the Library Arts Center in Newport features the work of the Sunnipi Quilt Guild. Tell us more, Kate.
Thank you, Abby. Here at the Arts Center, we are so happy to have the Sunnipi Quilt Guild's biannual quilt show on display here in the gallery. And what a show it is. There are so many talented quilters in our region that you might not realize. And when you come here, you will learn that it is quite a display. You won't be surprised to find a name or two of people that you know in the community who you may not realize are such artists. And it's just incredible. All different styles, all different colors, all different levels, just all of it together. It's a truly beautiful exhibit that has drawn people from across the state to our little gallery. I'd love to introduce you to some of the quilters in this show.
The Guild all as a group participates. We had about 15 chair people who chaired raffle quilts and hanging of quilts, taking down of quilts. The Guild members participate by bringing their quilts in. They host us and greet the guests as they come in, answer questions, sell raffle tickets. And this is one of my quilts called London Town. The pattern came out shortly after I had been to London, and I got so excited about it that I actually went ahead and just finished it well before the group did online. So it had a lot of places that I had visited. It was my first time overseas, so it meant a lot to me to make this quilt.
I started quilting by hand, doing all of the piecing many years ago. And then finally got around to doing it all by machine. So now I do machine piecing, which I did with all of this. And I also did all of the quilting as well. So all of the little designs that you see in the white thread, I did just on a domestic machine. This is a gift for my daughter-in-law's sister for her wedding, and they love cats.
Well, I started trying to quilt actually many years ago, but I was still working at the time and I didn't find much time to be able to do it. So when I retired, I thought, you know what, I wanted to be able to do something more creative, something with my hands, and I just found a like-minded community, and a couple of years ago joined the Guild, and have just been blown away by the talent. These women are so talented. I learn a lot from every woman in the Guild has something to offer to a new quilter. So I've really enjoyed it. And I decided I wanted to do something that reflected kind of a Sunnipi sunset, and decided to combine some embroidery, machine embroidery, with quilting. So I put together the blocks and the pieces, and then decided to just enliven it a bit with some suns and moons and stars, and just make it kind of uniquely my own.
We meet on the third Thursday of the month from 10 to 12. All levels of quilters are involved, about 70 people in the Guild, and we have programs every month that are also address all levels of quilting, and we do this show every 2 years. If people want more information on how to get involved with the Sunnipi Quilters Guild, we are on Facebook, and we do have a website that you can contact the president or any member of the Guild through the Facebook. We look forward to seeing you.
We're happy to have this exhibit on display until October 11th, but after that comes Gallery of Gifts, an annual favorite where we have over 100 local craftspeople on display in the gallery in a maker's style boutique for holiday shopping. We hope you'll stop by and enjoy that as well. For more information about our exhibits, our community arts programs, or our arts classes for children and adults, please visit libraryartscenter.org.
When we come back, Ray Martin, the longtime announcer for the Warner Fall Foliage Festival Parade, will give us a preview of this year's event. Please stay with us as we hear from one of the good underwriters that makes your YCM programming possible.
This program is supported by the Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
The Lake Sunapee region is one of the few communities in the country where you can ski year-round. During the summer season, the lake provides water skiing, fishing, swimming, and boating. During the winter, Mount Sunapee Resort, located at the south end of the lake, is one of the most popular ski and snowboard destinations in New Hampshire. The views of Lake Sunapee from the trails in Sun Bowl are spectacular. For more information about visiting our beautiful area, contact the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle, the Who, What, Where, and When show of the Lake Sunapee region. I'm your host, Abby Peel. Since 1947, the town of Warner has been hosting their annual festival celebrating the beauty of fall. Tell us more, Ray.
Again, from the Warner Fall Foliage, from downtown Warner for the festival, speaking for the festival. This year is our 78th year, started in 1947. This will be our 78th year of the town, all the volunteers in the town putting on the Warner Fall Foliage Festival. Again, as always, it's completely volunteer run by a board and probably up to 150 volunteers from the town. What's on this year is that it's the good old standbys. The famous lobster and chicken barbecue is on Saturday and Sunday beginning at 11. We have a oxen pull going most of the day on Saturday. And Sunday we have a woodsman's contest put on by a professional organization. We have the grand parade on Sunday. As you mentioned before, I'm the announcer for that. It's a good sized parade with probably 12, 13 floats in it that reflect our use of foliage or branches and leaves is very critical to winning prizes in that. So there's a 5K run on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Then other than that, it's probably anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 people will show up each day, depending on the weather. Good weather days, we'll have a good crowd. It's free admission, no admission to get in. There is a parking charge if you park in one of our lots, and there is free shuttle buses from the parking lots. So again, free admission. Come on down and see us on Friday night for rides, amusement rides, Saturday and Sunday for the full crafts fair. We have over 90 crafters this year, so we have a full complement of crafters. Everybody wants to know, what do we do with the funds that we make? We make anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 a year net profit. That all goes back to community organizations that put in requests for funding, from sports teams to the library to the bookends to other organizations, churches that put in money for projects they have that are capital. We don't try not to fund operational, and it funds. So all the funds that are made are passed back out to the community. I like to call it our own little mini United Way. And again, the final reminder, the dates are Friday the 10th at 6 p.m. They open up the rides. At 9 a.m. on Saturday the 11th, the festival gets going. And again, 9 a.m. on Sunday the 12th. So it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, October 10, 11, and 12. But remember, Friday night, it's just Friday night. And on those Friday nights and Saturday afternoons, we have all-you-can ride for the amusement rides for the kids for $25, or adults if you want to get on the rides with your grandchildren.
We're talking all things Warner Fall Foliage Festival while we're here in Warner. And I'm now joined by no stranger to YCN, Anastasia, who's talking about volunteering during Warner Fall Foliage, which is crucial to making sure this festival happens. Hi, Anastasia.
Hi.
It's always great to check in here in Warner, but as we get ready for Warner Fall Foliage Festival, volunteers are needed and desired. Talk about that.
Absolutely. This festival really does not come together without a lot of people in town volunteering their time. Everything from the information booth, where I usually sign up for a shift, or trash duty. There's so many different jobs. You can just go to the website, there's a sign up, and just click on whatever interests you, whatever shift you would like to do, whether it be Friday evening, Saturday, or even Sunday.
Okay.
So plenty of spots available.
And you can do as many as you want, as little as you want, but volunteers are needed in order to make this happen.
Absolutely, and usually there's a shortage every year, so whoever can help, we would love to have you.
I remember doing it with the middle school soccer team. We used to come and volunteer, which was always a great way to give back, and then we were given some money to go ride the rides, which was a pretty good
good incentive.
Yes, good incentive. And talk about the parade, because there's some volunteers needed for that, but you're also still accepting floats for the parade.
Yes, absolutely. So the parade is a huge tradition. It's usually Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock, I believe. But say you want to put a float together with your community group or even just your family. I think the theme this year is mythical creatures or something like that. So that sounds to me like a great challenge, a lot of fun. And I've been involved in the parade many years, walking with different groups or the school or whatever. This year I'm hoping maybe just to be a spectator. But it would certainly be fun to be a participator as well.
Thanks, Anastasia. Sounds like a fun time, good food and games, and a parade, which we'll have here on YCN. Check it out. When we come back, we'll hear about another weekend event coming up. Please don't touch that clicker while we introduce you to another one of the great underwriters.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. Every year for 8 years, a major fundraiser for the local Boys and Girls Club has taken place at Mount Sunapee Resort. Tell us more, Brett.
Thanks, Abby. This year our event is on October 12th. We started this event 9 years ago with the hopes to raise some money for the Boys and Girls Club. We had no idea it was going to grow to be as big as it is. To date, we've raised over $900,000 for the club, and every year gets bigger and better. Last year, we were able to sell 25,000 ducks, and this year we hope to have more than that. And our event would not be possible without all of the wonderful businesses that sponsor us each year. Last year, we had 63 local companies partner with us, and it's great companies like Crown Point Cabinetry, who've been a part of this thing since the very, very beginning 9 years ago. So Brian, tell us a little bit about why you get involved.
How can you not get involved in an event like this? Seriously, there are a ton of great charities. We get hit up on a regular basis, but I gotta tell you something. When you're talking about the Boys and Girls Club, Central Northern New Hampshire, and you're talking about the duck drop, it's not just a fundraiser, it is a blast. And I don't know how many ducks they started with the first year, but they always run out. So if you're gonna go to this thing, make sure that you get your ducks ordered online. When Brett talks about 25,000 ducks, I think my grandkids want me to buy 20,000 of them. So we've got our limits, but it is so much fun and it's such a great cause. And I'm not the one to tell you all about the Boys and Girls Club. I can tell you why we love it, but we're gonna let Tanya tell you how it all works.
Thanks so much, Brian, and thank you, Brett. It's through the efforts of supporters like this that we've been able to grow to the size that we are. And just here in the Kearsarge-Sunapee region, we have Andover, we've got New London, we've got Sutton, we've got Warner, we've got Hopkinton, all the way up 89, and we're just continuing to grow. And it's because of great events like the Duck Drop and great supporters like these two gentlemen standing next to me that we are able to come into these communities and provide the services that we do for the kiddos, be it snacks, after school care, before care, and just the support with our staff interacting with your youth in this community and helping give them, a better afternoon or a better morning to start their day. And so I, on behalf of the organization, couldn't be more grateful.
And the day is such a blast. You start off by buying ducks, and then you take them up the chairlift and you drop them at targets that are built and branded by local companies. Each target represents a prize. If you do want to buy your ducks ahead of time, it is nhduckdrop.com. And we can ask Brian about his target because he builds a beautiful one every year.
Well, I got to tell you, I am very fortunate to be part of a second-generation family business that actually has third generation in here now, and a lot of extended family. We are located in Claremont, New Hampshire, and I have the most amazing crew, truly the most amazing crew of cabinet makers and everybody else that works here, and they do some of the most beautiful work. We're very fortunate to work with quality builders like North Cape, Brett, who runs the Duck Drop. But none of our support can happen without my cabinet makers doing what they do every day, without everybody in this building doing what they do every day. And they make some of the most beautiful cabinetry, and we have customers in New Hampshire, we have customers in California, we have customers in Texas, we ship jobs to the Caribbean. This crew is so good, I don't go to bed at night and worry about a job that's being shipped to the Bahamas, whether or not it's right. They're really, really good at what they do. And if you want to see some amazingly beautiful cabinetry, give us a call, stop in and see our showroom. We'll take you on a cabinet shop tour. It's really amazing. If you want an idea of what we do when you're sitting in the comfort of your home, get online, check out our website. We've got a couple of different lines, Crown Point Cabinetry and Crown Select Cabinetry. I think you'd be really pleased with what you see. Because we're in the custom cabinet business, we'll build a vanity, and instead of putting a regular vanity top on it, we'll put a top on it that's got a Duck Drop logo cut out of the top, and you're trying to drop your duck into that logo so that you get a chance to win a $500 Visa gift card. So it's every year we do it, every year it's a blast.
I also love to give a shout out to Mount Sunapee Resort. They've been wonderful partners since the beginning, and they're always there to help us out, create a wonderful day for everybody. And it is a total family-friendly event. Everybody gets on the chairlift together. All you have to be is 3 years old and older to get on the chairlift and drop ducks. And in years past, we've had hay rides and pumpkin carving and bounce houses and axe throwing and all kinds of family events. It's just a great time for everybody. And if you want to buy ducks, I highly recommend you go onto the website and buy them ahead of time. We always sell out. When you buy them online, you get to skip the line, which is wonderful. It's on October 12th, and we'd love to see you guys all show up.
Sounds more like a fundraiser. Be sure to check it out. Thank you to Bar Harbor Bank and Trust for hosting us today and for the next 2 weeks. Next week, Jason Edgar will join me again to hear more about the tools that they provide with their wealth management and financial services. We'll visit the new nursing lab at Colby Sawyer College. Midge Ellison will give us a look at the Lake Sunapee lighthouses. And we'll close with a preview of the fall lineup at the Newport Opera House. Tune into our live football game of the week Friday at 7 p.m. on channel 997 and 1997 and our YCNnow.com. Replay times are every Sunday and Monday starting at noon and 7 p.m. and anytime on demand at YCNnow.com. And we'll have the 2025 Warner Fall Foliage Festival Parade on Tuesday and Wednesday at noon and 7 p.m. Join us again next week at the same time for another round of your Who, What, Where, and When show of the Lake Sunapee region at Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. I'm Abby Peel. Enjoy the fall colors, everyone.
The Lake Sunapee region is one of the few communities in the country where you can ski year-round. During the summer season, the lake provides water skiing, fishing, swimming, and boating. During the winter, Mount Sunapee Resort, located at the south end of the lake, is one of the most popular ski and snowboard destinations in New Hampshire. The views of Lake Sunapee from the trails in Sun Bowl are spectacular. For more information about visiting our beautiful area, contact the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce.